This video, I'm Brock Forrester with Affinity. We specialize in online marketing for dentists. In this video, I'm searching the market in Plano, Texas for dentists and providing a competitor analysis of the top ranking dental offices in this area. So if you're a dentist or specialty dentist in Plano and you're looking to beat out your competition and generate more patients online, this video is created for you. Now, to get this started, I have two questions that we're going to be focusing on answering today. The first is, how would you like to see how your top ranking competitors, now these are practices in your local area, are taking new business from you online? And the more important question is, how can you outrank this competition and start getting more qualified new patients for your practice? Now, to answer this, we need to see how are our potential patients going to find you online. And today, there's really five main sources. We're going to focus on these top two. So you got the Google Map Pack. That's going to be this section right here that you're going to show up in, and the organic section. So just diving in here, looking at the map pack, this is something very important that I want to point out to you. So I'm on a desktop viewing this, but on a mobile device, on a desktop, you're only going to see website and directions. But on a mobile device, you're going to see a third icon for a cell phone. This is extremely powerful in today's world. You should know that in today's world, over 72% of the searches that are being done are on mobile devices. That's leaving these top three practices right here, getting most of the call volume in your area from Google. Now, the real big important question is, how are these three practices outranking your practice, or how are they showing up here, and how can you begin to change this and get yourself up here? So we'll actually look at this. We'll go in here to this practice, Preston Bend Dental, and looking at it, the first thing you're going to see is they have a complete listing, meaning their listing is verified with Google. All the information on here is complete, it's correct. If you've moved a location, changed a phone number in the last few years, or rebranded, all of that information needs to be checked. The next ranking factor for this has to do with what's called citations. Now, citations are the biggest ranking factor in the map pack section. These practices, they're putting their business information out there on local directories, and they've probably got about 100 different online local directories with their information, and that's through citations. So what is a citation, you may ask? It's simply your business name, address, and phone number being spread throughout the web. And this is in places like City Search, Brown Books, Search Star, your city's Chamber of Commerce, even Facebook. Doctor, think of this like a popularity contest. The more information the directories have on your business, the better off you're going to be found in these local rankings. And Google wants to supply people with that information. But here's the catch. You have to make sure all of this is being done correctly. For example, if you have, like this practice, where they have STE period, and they actually spell that out in another of their citations, well, Google's not going to line the citation up with their local listing. So if you're doing this correctly, it will all the information will be 100% congruent on the citation as it is with the information right here in the local listing. Now, here's the neat thing with a company like us is we can see all of the practices, we can see all of their information. So I can see what citations they're using and apply these same business citations to your business as well. So you'll have every citation that these top three competitors have in your area, and we manually go into the directories and we input this information as well as clean up any misinformation that might be lurking online for your business. Now, it's very important that you get this information correct. It has nothing to do with the number of reviews or the quality of reviews that are being left on here when it comes to ranking here. Now, a new piece that Google has added that's actually a pretty big piece is these photos right here. So you can actually geotag. Google's made it so you can geotag each photo that you have in your business listing. Now, Google wants to provide as much information as possible on your business. So if you're doing this correctly, you can show good information like the inside and outside of your location, your staff, logo design, images of your website. Really, if you're doing this correctly, there's going to be a lot of information being put out. Now, you want to be a practice that actually pays attention to these little details, because it's found that if it's done right, on average, 46% of the people that are going to call you, they're going to base this information on your Google listing. So if it's all done correctly, you're working for yourself. You're working all of the tools that Google is giving you as a positive for your business. Now, the next section that I want to talk about is the organic section. That's this right here. And if you're showing up, usually 90% of the people that go to Google and type in dentist in Plano, 90% of them are going to land on one of these websites here on the front page. So if your business is being found on page 2 or more, that's actually affecting you. You're missing out on a lot of business. And what we're saying here is if you're working with a company and you're not on the first page, or if you're working with a marketing company and you're not in the top 3 spots in the local map pack even, then you're missing out on a lot of business. And a lot of doctors that I talk to will say, well, hey, I've been with my website company for years now or for over a year, and I'm not hitting these top spots. Okay, well, doctor, that's why you want to make sure that you're with a company that their number one focus is bringing you results. Now, to show you a practice that's getting good results and what they're doing to get there, I'm going to click on one of these top ranking doctors. And this practice, this doctor here, Texas Dental PA, very simple site. You can see it's a beautiful site. The first thing I'm going to look for is, are they secure? So you can see that their connection to their site is not fully secure. So they are secure, but they're not fully secure. They need to update some of the images in here. I would say, though, if I ever saw this, you want to consider not being fully secure like being insecure. So it's like a bank account. It's either secure or it's not secure. That's how you want to treat this. So that's actually a no-go. This is actually bad for this practice. They need to get that fixed, but they are somewhat secure. That means that they've tried to secure their site. They just have a few images that are probably not secure and things like that. The other piece that we're going to focus on is the content. Content is keying when it comes to ranking organically. And what I mean by that is, it's number one, you want to have a lot of content. And then number 2, the content needs to be custom built, meaning if I go and look for that content on your competition or any other website, I'll never find it. It's custom built to your practice. So you can see right here, this doctor has a lot of different information about their practice. All of these different drop downs. There's a lot of content here. And on each piece, look at how much content there is. So evaluate your website. Do you have that much content in your website? The other piece is it custom built? If it's duplicated, what's going to happen is Google has to rank you versus somebody else that has that same content. A lot of website companies, what they'll do is they'll duplicate it several hundreds of times over, which means you're going to rank in that amount of content 1 out of 100 people with the exact same content. Odds are you're going to be one of the last people that have received that content. Now I'm going to bring in one of my tools here. This is actually really exciting because this tool is like an x-ray machine for a website. And what it does, it allows me to see inside the website and see what's going on. So first of all, this tool is going to point out these doctors, or this practice, they have 1.4 thousand unique visitors in the last month. So if they convert even just, we'll say, 5% of this traffic, which is a typical website will convert about 3 to 5%. Well, that's going to be about 70 new patients to 100 new patients a month that this practice is seeing just from ranking. So it's definitely worth it. You can see their traffic amount. It's always been pretty high, and they've been pretty consistent. Part of that consistency is coming from the content. So you can see keywords. They have 567 unique keywords that they're being found for. As a dentist, you're going to have a lot of keywords. I would say roughly 300 to 500 keywords. Then backlinks, these are like citations. They are links to sites with higher authority than you. And this needs to be done accurately, and it needs to be done continuously. So if you are doing this correctly, you're going to be putting in several backlinks every month. This doctor has 1.1 thousand. So I'm going to show you also a doctor that will go right here. This is a doctor that ranks on page 3. So I just went one page over. You can see not secure. That's the first thing that we're going to look at. This website is not secure. So this doctor is going to have no chance of ranking on the first page if they're not secured. The other thing is look at the content. So we can go over to services. We can check this out. Dental exams. It's all of this information. It's just all placed on one page. There's not a lot of information to be read. And in each subject, there needs to be about 300 keywords, where this practice maybe has 30 keywords per subject, all on one page. That's the wrong way to do it. This practice is really not going to have any chance when it comes to search engine optimization to ranking towards what this practice is doing. And then it also reveals itself in the analytics. So if you look here, this is their insides of their website. They have 24 unique visitors. Now remember, that doctor had 1.4 thousand unique visitors. So this doctor is working with an audience of 24. His keywords, he only has 36 keywords. Again, this practice, 567. The reason why this one has so low, again, comes down to the content. How many keywords can you put in that little of content? Then the other piece is going to be the backlinks. So 61 backlinks versus 1,100 backlinks. And again, a backlink, there can be, I've seen 60 backlinks rank as high as 1,000 backlinks due to the fact that it's also based off of, are they quality backlinks? So for an example, let's say we go to a news station that's local to you and we write an article or a blog about your practice, and we link it to your domain and we say, hey, if you want to find great knowledgeable information or great knowledge from a dentist, go ahead and check these guys out. And it links back to you. Well, that website that we're doing, the news station, they're seen as a 10 when it comes to Google in authority, and you're seen as a 1. So when you link to them and they backlink to you, now you go up to a 2. And as we do that steadily, you're going to gain ranking with Google, or authority with Google. That's a piece to how you're going to rank. Now with these tools, we can see all their backlinks as well and see which one your top competitors are using and how to best apply those to your business so that you guys can rank just as well as they can. Now these top ranking competitors of yours, they're using some good backlinks. Some of them I would never use. And I know that the ones that they're using are easily accessible for a company like us to go in and get for you. Now, I want to leave you with this question. I'm going to just kind of drop this down. Is it worth it for you to take a few minutes with me if you're not ranking, if your website isn't getting the kind of results that we're showing you here? I'd like to offer you a side-by-side analysis with your practice and your top competition. We'll go in, we'll show you with these tools and a few more how the practice is beating you out online, and more importantly, how you can begin to change this for good. If you've got a few minutes, it's definitely worth it. I hope it's worth it for you to see really what's possible for your practice this year. If you're looking for better results, if you're looking for more trackable new patients, go ahead and give me a call. I put my information right here. So my name's Brock Forster. My direct line is 801-877-1802. Or better yet, you can actually schedule an appointment. I put it in the link description in the bottom. There's a little link, and you can just fill that out, and it'll schedule a 5-10 minute demo with me. I'll show you all the information that I've been able to pull up on your practice and give you something really educational. I hope that this was good information for you in this video. If you have any questions, again, call me. My direct line is 801-877-1802. It's been a pleasure making this video for you, and let's make 2019 the best year you've had in business. Thank you.